So hi Rebecca, thanks for joining us today. How are you doing in these tough times?
Oh, we're surviving.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time you came to the band and what were you thought of the rehearsals and stuff?
I thought it was astonishing. We had a lot of people there who found it very difficult to articulate or to speak, but to see them playing the percussive instruments was amazing. And of course, Joe, who runs it, has this ability, doesn't he, to bring everybody out of themselves so everyone can join in. Extraordinary.
Yeah. Have you learned much as a musician from being in the band, like technically, or is it just more about the enjoyment of playing and things?
I think it's about enjoying with the members of the band. I think that they have given me, and I know I speak of others, so much pleasure. Do you feel that too, Tom?
Yeah, no, definitely. I know. I feel very lucky to be part of it. Yeah.
Me too.
So you did a great job. You organised the Trinity concert that took place in November last year. And can you tell us kind of about the process of organising the event and kind of maybe some of the challenges in putting it together?
Well, I think the first thing was I'd never organised an event like this, and so I decided that as we wanted to, it was because we were becoming a charity, if you remember, and we wanted to raise money. So I hired a theatre, which in retrospect, as one does. Anyway, it was a small theatre, but I think it sat just under 300. And then, of course, we had to pay for it. So that was a problem. And how would we get people to come, the bums on seats? So I just managed to raise all the money from donations to pay for the whole thing, for the theatre, for the musicians we wanted to play, and all the rest of it. So by advertising and knocking on doors and asking people, we raised all the funds so that every penny we raised at the show could go to Band Without Boundaries. It was so exciting, wasn't it, Tom?
I was definitely buzzing a few weeks after the event. It was a very kind of a joyous occasion, wasn't it? So.
Well, our friends came. We told everyone to come. All of them said they went home on a high and couldn't stop talking about the band. Do you remember we had a standing ovation? The whole audience sort of stood up and clapped. I think the band gave everybody in the audience sheer joy, sheer happiness. It was wonderful.
I remember that tequila we did was a lot of fun, wasn't it? So.
Oh, that was amazing, and that was terrific, and the way it took off. And I think the other thing that I loved was the way the members of the band, who some of them are often quite shy, just stood up. Some of them, enjoying it, feeling the whole show, and I just thought it was amazing. Yeah. I think it was the band that made it for me. Yeah. And you drum like a demon yourself.
A bit loud sometimes, but no.
No, you're wonderful.
Thanks. You kind of touched on this already, but what kind of feedback did you get from the concert from your friends and family?
I think they were astonished. I mean, they knew that we were an inclusive band, and I don't think they believed that we could make real music or that we could make our own music, because I think one of the things is how we actually improvise together. I think they were completely taken aback by the sheer quality of what we could do.